Madridistas, unfortunately, this is kind of what happens with this Real Madrid team so far this season, as Real Madrid ultimately draw the game out with Rayo Vallecano 3-3. And guys, I want to say I'm surprised. But unfortunately, we've seen what this Real Madrid team is this year. And unfortunately, it is individual brilliance and then defensive I'm just flabbergasted with some of the decisions that we make and some of the players, especially that we are putting out there. And we have players basically betraying us in our starting 11. And we have Carlo Ancelotti as a manager betraying us as well. And honestly, just losing the trust for so many Madridistas. Nobody has faith in our manager anymore. And also, when you see the starting 11 sometimes, we just completely, myself especially, I lose faith in this team so quickly. And unfortunately, that's what happens again today, guys. And so, guys, in this video, I'm going to be recapping the game a little, telling you some of my thoughts, some of the high moments that we had in this game, and some of the very low moments as well, and giving you my man of the match. So, guys, if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, like the video. I know Real Madrid drew the game ultimately, but it really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. I'm just stunned, guys. I'm just stunned, and I guess I shouldn't be. Because watching this Real Madrid team this year, we continue to get a fantastic performance like we did against Atalanta in the Champions League. I think we're finally feeling good about ourselves. And then what happens? Kylian Mbappe gets subbed out and he gets hurt. And he's going to be out about 10 days. And then we still have Vinny coming back. We still have Rodrigo coming back. And luckily, we did get to see both of them today. And Rodrigo especially had a very good game today. But we have a fantastic performance like we did midweek. And then we have a performance like today where it looks like we're going to be getting the win. But unfortunately, we don't have that clutch gene that this Real Madrid team is so used to having so far. And we draw the game. But guys, let's take a look at the starting 11 that Carlo Ancelotti rolled out there. And I'll give you some of my thoughts about that. So taking a look over here on Lineup Builder, this is the starting 11 that Carlo Ancelotti rolled out there. So Rodrigo and Brahim get the start. I was very surprised, actually, guys. Very surprised to see Brahim getting the start and not Vinny Jr. And you might be saying, Dally, he's just getting back from injury too. He played, and I'm pretty sure he started too midweek. So I understand that. But I do think that if he is good enough to play, he should be starting the match. So I don't hate Brahim. Nothing. That's not what I said. I think Vinny, if he's healthy enough, he should be starting. But that's a Carlo Ancelotti decision. So it is what it is. Midfield made up of Jude Bellingham, Luka Modric, Fede Valverde, Arda Güler. Love to see Arda out there. Love to see Luka Modric out there a little bit too. Back four: Fran Garcia, Rudiger, Tchouameni, Lucas Vazquez. Lucas Vazquez, I have an issue. I have an issue with you. I have an issue with you specifically, Lucas Vazquez. You continue to just suck. There's no other way I can say it. You are a horrible defender. There's so many times, and guys, we'll talk about the exact situations in this game where I lost it. I was losing it watching it on my couch, and it starts with Lucas Vazquez. Lucas Vazquez betrays this Real Madrid team every single time I see him in the starting 11. His only redeeming quality is that he has played for Real Madrid for a long time, and offensively, he is actually okay to decent. Okay, that's the only thing I'll say about him. Defensively, he is nothing. He is actually more of a liability, and he's actually betraying us more so than he is even not. I'd rather almost honestly, I'm not even kidding when I say this, play with 10 guys and not even have Lucas Vazquez out there, because then at least we know. At least then you actually know, we have to have somebody over there on the right back position, because we're trying to build confidence with Lucas Vazquez over there at the right back position. But some of the passes he makes, he's just betraying. Some of the attempts that he makes to try to mark a guy, he betrays. He continues to be betraying this Real Madrid team and betraying all the Madridistas everywhere around the world. And I hate seeing him in the starting 11. And so, again, I appreciate everything he's done. He's had some very special moments for this Real Madrid team, but it's over. It's over. I don't want to see him re-signed anymore. I don't want to see him in the starting 11 anymore. I don't care who we play. I'm telling you guys now, I'm going to try to stick with it. Moving forward in my match previews, he will not be my starting 11, but I'll talk about it a little more. And then somebody who I thought had a pretty bad performance today too is Thibaut Courtois. What happened? This is a player that used to be so elite, at a time, and I still want to say it. If he's healthy, he is the best goalkeeper in the world. And now I'm even hesitant to say that, because he's not been good for this Real Madrid team this season. So I don't know, guys. But it's an early start in this game. And what happens right away? Rayo Vallecano, if I said it right, guys, I'm just going to probably call him Rayo for the rest of the game, rest of this video. They strike early, and they get on the board, and it's a beautiful cross into the box. And who is it exactly, guys? It's Frutos. And it's just a beautiful cross into the box. Frutos crosses it in, and I believe it was Lopez who gets the goal. Yep, Lopez gets the goal and beats Courtois, and he also beats Lucas Vazquez, guys. And again, Lucas Vazquez is trying to mark a guy, and another guy comes into the box. In Vazquez, and I talked about it in the live stream right after the game too, in my instant reaction, Lucas Vazquez never looks behind. He has no feel for the game. Whenever you put Fede Valverde, guys, I'm telling you right now, go back and rewatch this. Whenever Fede Valverde is at right back position, he is constantly looking over his shoulder, making sure nobody is making any runs from the right-hand side. Nobody's making any runs in from behind him. Lucas Vazquez is ball watching the whole time. Watching it go. Oh, scored. That's exactly what happens in this game. And that's what happens twice to him today, too. And I just have no words. And the fact that this is in the 4th minute, too, in this game, I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those games today. And it gets a little worse, too, guys. It gets a little worse, too, because guess what? Goal number 2 comes. And it's goal number 2 from something that I've talked about time in and time again. It is a set piece. It is a corner kick. And right now, we are nothing in the air. I'll show you guys right now on the screen. It's Moomin, if I said it right, whatever, who gets on the header, and he heads the ball in off a corner kick. And who should be marking him again? Lucas Vazquez. I just don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about Lucas Vazquez. He mismarks him again, and I don't know why you have a right back who is the size of Lucas Vazquez going up against a big center back. That makes no sense to me. But we continue to struggle when it comes to set pieces, and when it comes to corner kicks especially. We have no aerial threat. Like, can we go practice that? Honestly, like in the training ground, what are we doing out there? Like, every single time they get a corner, I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. Oh, a set piece. Uh-oh. That's unfortunately how I feel too. And I do think that Courtois, on at least one of the 2 goals, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know, guys, in the comments. I'm like, you can't do a little better, mate? You can't make a little better? I mean, maybe one of them, at least a hand or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being critical of Courtois. I probably am. But do better. That's all I want. However, we do have a couple of bright moments in this game, guys. Fede Valverde, I love him. Bangers only for Fede Valverde, because in this game, in this first half, we're just not really creating anything in this game too, until it comes to Fede Valverde, who says, you know what, guys, let me take it in my own hands. And Fede Valverde hits an absolute ripper. 0.03 XG, just to tell you guys exactly how difficult the shot is. But Fede Valverde takes it into his own hands and hits a low shot to the bottom left corner. And I didn't even know it went in until I was like, the reaction was very weird because nobody's in the box too, so you couldn't even see any like Real Madrid players. But Fede Valverde pulls one back, and again, Fede Valverde, I say it time and time again, bangers only for Fede Valverde. I love the goal from him today, and I really want to see Fede Valverde be taking more of these shots because he's deadly accurate when he gets, I believe it's 4 goals in Laliga for him so far. And he only takes 1 shot on this game, and it's a goal. We need to be taking a lot more shots. I want us to be consistently, all the time, shots onto target. Because when we're actually getting shots onto target, we usually win games. But when we kind of limit ourselves to really these difficult shots and we're really not creating anything and not even shooting the ball to, guess what? We get a result like this where we draw or we lose even worse. So, but shout out to Fede Valverde. Beautiful goal for him today. So, and then a little later, it is the hottest man in Europe, and I say it, and I will say it time and time again. And another positive I will take away from today is Jude Bellingham gets another goal, and his hot streak continues. I believe it is now like 6 goals in 7 games or 6 goals in 6 games in La Liga. And this ball comes from Rodrigo, who makes a beautiful run, crosses into the box, and Jude Bellingham's there. And again, he only has 1 shot today. He had 1 shot against Atalanta. And, of course, it's another header. And bottom right corner, beautiful goal in the 45th minute for us to tie up the game 2-2 and going into halftime. I'm feeling good. Going into halftime. You know, we tie up the game 2. I believe we might see the best of Rayo so far in this game, and then we should be like, okay, you bring on Vinny Jr. in the second half. We should be good. You know, that was my halftime thoughts. I thought Arda Güler was doing good. I thought Luka Modric was doing good. They were creating chances. You know, Arda had a couple opportunities too that I don't mind him shooting the ball too. Right off the rip in the game too, he took a shot at the halfway line. That was something that they must have knew about, like Batalla, the goalkeeper for Rayo, that maybe he comes out a little more. I don't mind that sort of thing. I like us being adventurous out there and trying to create opportunities and take some shots to actually win the game. Did not mind that. I do want to mention too, I thought Fran Garcia was decent so far in the first half. I didn't think he was great by any means, but I thought some of his passes were very good, and defensively, he seemed to be in position. He might not always be getting the ball too, but shout out to Rayo because they were actually continuously going down both wings, and I didn't think he was terrible today at all. I thought he was decent overall. And then, again, another positive was Jude Bellingham continues his hot streak and continues to get goal after goal after goal, just like kind of what he did for Real Madrid last season. Unfortunately, today was just not enough. It was just not enough. And then, when it comes to the second half, Rodrigo, guys, he's back. He honestly might be back. Rodrigo gets the ball and takes a shot, 56th minute, and it's a beautiful ball. You know, it does bounce off one of the defenders. I believe it's the right back for Rayo, and it's an impossible shot for the goalkeeper to save. He can't save that. There's so much pace on this ball, and we go up 3-2. And at this moment, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great at this moment because I'm like, okay, here comes Vinny. Vinny's coming on right now, and Brahim is coming off. Let's go get that fourth goal. I think a lot of you are feeling the same way at this exact moment in time. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen because Rayo bounces back. And I just have to shout him out too. I think he's a baller. And I'm going to get, ballers respect ballers. Think we have to put a little respect on his name. And I might butcher his name too. Izzy Palazone. He's a stud. I actually love watching him play. Whenever there's a Rayo game, I'm going to probably try to be watching it from now on because he makes a fantastic run into the box. He cuts between both Tchouameni and Rudiger, and he gets it with a little flick past Courtois in the 64th minute to tie up the game 3-3. And ballers respect ballers, guys. He's a good player. His touch is fantastic, and it was a really good run from him. But my issue is Tchouameni and Rudiger at this moment are looking at each other, and this is also a confusion between Rudiger, Tchouameni, and Courtois. Can somebody go for the ball, attack the ball, clear the ball out? I don't understand what they're doing, just standing back there. And I guess you could say, oh, it was a good cross into the box. It's not good enough for me. Go attack that ball, and I'd rather us be over going for it and like clearing it out. I'd rather at least somebody go for the ball. Like, come on. I don't understand what we're doing. Another positive I will take away from today is Camavinga is back. Camavinga comes on the pitch, 72nd minute, and has a really good first touch right away. Doesn't do a ton in this game, but it is very good. Finally, we get Camavinga back after he got that injury in the Liverpool game. And then my only other thing is Vinny had a couple good chances right at the end of the game too. Beautiful cross into the box from Fran Garcia, and it looked like Vinny was going to be getting the header to that, but it goes a little wide. And then also, Vinny had a really good chance where he made a run, and he shot it, but Batalla ultimately stopped it. And we get lucky right at the end of the game because Rayo almost score. So I think ultimately at the end of the day, 3-3 is probably a fair result for both parties. Should we have done better? 100%. 100%. My big issue, though, I think right at the end of the game, too, is Vinny gets another yellow card, and now he will be suspended, guys, for the Sevilla match. And so that's unfortunate, too. And the thing is, too, especially when it comes to Vinny for these moments, like, calma, Vinny, calma. Because you already know you have so many yellow cards that you have the season, too. And were you getting fouled? 100%. But the way the ref was today, he was calling nothing, which I was complaining about, and a lot of you were complaining about, too. But he was calling nothing all over the pitch. For us, for them, too, even though they were fouling us a lot more. He was just consistently bad. He was just a consistently bad ref, in my opinion. I believe Carlo Ancelotti was complaining about it because it looked like we possibly could have even had a penalty in this game too, because Bellingham was going against a defender. I don't even know which one it was, and then Vinny actually gets fouled. I don't know. I don't think that was a pen. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know in the comments if you disagree with me. But yes, guys, unfortunately, Vinny will be suspended for the Sevilla match, and I just need Vinny to be a little more calm when it comes to this, especially when you already know Vinny. You have so many yellow cards already, and you will be suspended. So ultimately, guys, though, Real Madrid, we draw the game 1-1 against Rayo Vallecano. And, guys, let me talk about a couple of players individually and give you some of my ratings for them, okay? So let's start up top, and let's start with a positive, okay? Rodrigo is my man of the match. Rodrigo was actually very good today. I would go probably an 8-3 for Rodrigo today. He gets the goal, gets the assist. He does get a little lucky bounce on the goal. but I thought he was pretty good, especially just coming back from that knock he did get last weekend too. I thought Rodrigo was good. He had a really good couple of runs in this game too. Beautiful cross into Jude Bellingham, and that's what we need to be seeing a lot more from this team moving forward. Crosses into the box where we can go be a threat airily in the air. I can't even speak, guys. I can't even speak. In the air to Jude Bellingham, but yeah, Rodrigo was my man of the match today. I thought it was pretty clear. Arda Güler, I thought Arda Güler was solid today. I'd probably go like a 7-3 for Arda Güler. He does get 2 assists. But let me be real with you guys. Those shouldn't count as assists. Like they count as assists, but one of them was to Fede Valverde, who gets an absolute banger goal, which is just a normal pass. He just happens to be the benefit of that one. And then the second Arda Güler pass, he passes over to Rodrigo, who just gets a lucky bounce too. So does Arda Güler get 2 assists? He does. But decent game overall for Arda Güler. I thought he created some chances for us, but nothing spectacular. I am happy to see Arda Güler out there. Jude Bellingham, I thought was good today. I thought 7-5. Gets the goal. Again, hottest man in Europe right now. Continues his good ways. But wasn't enough. I would like to see Jude being a little more aggressive, taking a lot more shots too. He's all over the pitch. Him being here at that 10 role helps him a lot. I think this is where he needs to be moving forward. But yeah, decent game overall for Jude. And then Brahim, I thought Brahim was fine. 6 today. Nothing spectacular. Nothing good either. He's a super sub. I was kind of disappointed that Vinny wasn't starting this game. But yeah, Brahim, he just didn't bring a ton to me. I mean, passing-wise, he was good. 1 key pass. I just expected a little more from Brahim, so like a 6 for me. Fede Valverde is awesome. Fede Valverde was very much in consideration to be man of the match for me too. I'd probably go a solid 8 for him. He has to drop back to right back and also help out Lucas Vazquez so much, guys. It's just insane. Also, the goal that Fede Valverde gets for us to pull one back and really kind of start that comeback a little was just fantastic. So a solid 8 for me for Fede Valverde. Appreciate everything he does. He continuously plays into the final whistle and plays for the badge for Real Madrid, which I feel like so many players do not do anymore. Luka Modric, I thought Luka was solid today, but nothing fantastic. I would, again, prefer him as a sub. 6.5 for Luka today. Lucas Vazquez, we will save you, mate. Fran Garcia, I thought he was fine. 7 today. I thought he actually had a couple really good passes. Again, he easily could have had assists to Vinny toward the end of the game too. He had a really good through balls as well. I was very happy with that today. And then defensively even, I don't think he was bad. I don't think he was bad at all. The rating might not tell you that. I would go a solid 7 for Fran Garcia today. Rudiger and Tchouaméni were both poor. And the big issue thing that I want to talk about with both of them, I'm going to go 6 for both of them, first of all. The issue with both of them, I feel like they kind of misread so many runs too. And like they missed so many clearances too. There was a couple times where Rudiger had the ball and he had really poor touch to that. It was really good press from Rayo. And same thing goes with Tchouaméni too. We actually give up a corner kick, I believe twice in this game from just us not being able to clear the ball out from our back four. And that starts with Tchouaméni and Rudiger. They were not good today. And really our back four overall was not good. But let's move on to the final two. Lucas Vazquez gets a 0, guys. He gets a 0. He offers nothing to this team. I already ranted about him. I won't rant about him again. It's a 0 for me for Lucas Vazquez. He offered nothing today. Did he have 1 interception? Sure. It wasn't good enough. He's not good enough for Real Madrid. He's not Real Madrid level. I appreciate everything he's done for the club. He's just done. And then Courtois, I'm going to be bad on Courtois. I thought 5.2 for Courtois today. I thought he was poor. He had only 2 saves in this entire match too. And if we go and take a look too at the stats, they're somewhere around here. I don't even know where they are. Compare teams. Where say stats? Goals conceded. Oh, that's not screw it. I don't even know. Thibaut Courtois was bad. Thibaut Courtois was bad today. Only 2 saves in this game too. I believe he could have had at least another save in this game as well. And at least let's make an effort, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and maybe my expectations for Courtois are too high. But again, when I was giving him the praise of saying he's the best goalkeeper in the world when fully healthy, that's what I expect from Thibaut Courtois. I expect nothing less than perfection from Courtois. And so I will be a little strict on him. I will be a little rough on him. But guys, Real Madrid, ultimately, we tie the game up, and we draw it out, and we get 1 point with Rayo Vallecano. And this is what's going to be happening with this Real Madrid team, unfortunately, this season. It's a roller coaster with this team. We're going to have some really high highs. We're going to have some incredible games. I'm coming to you guys. We're going to be super excited. And we're going to have some stinkers, like what we had today, where, again, if you're a neutral, you really enjoy the game. But as a Madridista, it sucks. It continues to suck. But, guys, let me know your thoughts about this game. Again, this feels like a loss to me, and I hate making the videos when we lose. I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it, but I do it for you guys. So again, if you guys haven't, hit that like button. Again, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well. Really appreciate it. And guys, I will see you midweek. We got a game against Pachuca, and I think we're going to Qatar for that one. So I'll be making my match preview for that very soon. So guys, again, let me know in the comments what you thought about this game. This has been Dally with Dallyfc. Cheers. Real Madrid.